How's it going, guys? Chris Machi, Vice President and Matchmaker for Flex Fight Series. We have another edition of FlexOff. This is our digital face-off platform. This is sponsored by Nerd Focus. Super excited for these next two guests. We have number 1 Florida middleweight and number 2 U.S. Southeast middleweight VaShawn Pope coming from Florida, invading New York. His opponent on the New York side is Dragomir out of Renzo Gracie, New York City, under the tutelage of Jamie Crowder. This is a barn burner. I guarantee one of these gentlemen probably is now walking out of the cage the same way that they came in. I know how they both fight, and this is definitely going to be fight of the night candidate. Super excited. Both very, very tall fighters, very rangy fighters. This is going to be a very interesting fight. So Rares, I'm going to speak to you first. You have a 6-0 opponent in front of you. You are 2-0 yourself. Any worries there, or it's just business as usual?
Yeah, like you said, it's just business as usual. Going in, I'm just focusing on myself, on on my training and on my preparation for this fight. But yeah, not thinking about much. Just getting ready for a fight. I know what he brings to the table. I've seen his fights, I've seen his videos, and I know what he brings to the table. I know it's not going to be an easy fight. I'm ready for it. That's all I can say.
So when we were matching this fight, it didn't take long for your camp to accept it. Did you, when you were going over footage of VaShawn Pope, was there things that you saw that you felt like you could exploit, for the victory of this?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you always feel like, if you feel it's like a good matchup, you're obviously going to take the fight immediately. It's a good challenge. It's like one of the first guys that I'm fighting that is as tall as me almost. So that's good, because most of the guys that I fought were like very strong, like short wrestlers. So it's a good change. And I feel confident always. I always feel confident if I'm going with someone that's like as tall as me, because I sort of know what works for me and I know what doesn't work for me. So I'm going to use that obviously for the game plan for this fight.
So VaShawn, to you, it didn't take long for your camp to accept this fight as well. Do you feel like maybe exactly what Rares said, you guys are both tall, both lanky. Do you feel like that gives you an advantage, kind of knowing the body type, knowing, what works and what doesn't?
My last time, makes it pretty fun, makes it challenging. Some guys, but when you have some, almost like look very, it makes it more difficult puzzle. So I'm pretty.
I'm sorry, VaShawn. What's happening with that audio? Oh, all right. I'm gonna ask the same question. Try to re-answer that, just because it was just super spotty. So again, having that similar body type, do you feel like it's something that's gonna be familiar for you?
Yeah. My last opponent was 10-5, and he was about 6'4" as well. So I'm going in there to handle business and do what I do normally. We're always in camp mode, you know what I'm saying? We're always ready.
So, in your past fights, would you say the majority of opponents that you had were taller, or they're these stocky kind of wrestlers?
I've had some big opponents, man. My first 2 fights were at like 200, 205, so they were 6 foot, 6'4". And then my first 185 fight was the guy who was 6'6". And then I've drawn some of the bigger guys, which it makes the challenging. It's fun. But I've had a couple shorter wrestlers, but I find that easier to handle in my.
Awesome. So Rares, again, you're 2-0, ranked number 16 middleweight in New York. How do you feel like going against the number 1 ranked middleweight in Florida in VaShawn Pope? What does that do for you, knowing that a win over VaShawn Pope definitely increases your ranking within New York?
Like you said, it's all business. I don't care about rankings. I don't care about that shit. I'm fighting who VaShawn is on that night. And I don't care about his previous experiences. I don't care about his rankings. It's going to be a good fight. It's going to feel different for him too, stepping in there with me. And yeah, I'm just confident in my skills. I'm confident in my experience. And I'm confident in what I can do.
So it seems like for you, Rara, is that it's more of an internal accomplishment than an external accomplishment. Some guys focus on the belts, they focus on the ranks. This is going to be a middleweight title fight. So for you, it's more of the internal and less about the external.
100%. Yeah, it's always internal. It's always a battle with yourself. If I can win that battle with myself, I feel like going in there is just a formality. Is not. I don't feel like it's a challenge anymore. So in my last fight, I don't know if, well, I didn't mention it, but in my last fight, I felt a little off, and it showed in the performance because internally I let other stuff, I guess, from the outside get to me mentally. I'm not going to make the same mistake again. And yeah, I know that if I'm like right internally, I know that everything is going to go very, very well.
So VaShawn, I did some research on you, and you're somewhat of a belt collector in Florida. It seems like you have multiple belts in multiple promotions across Florida. Is that factual?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm here to fuck shit up. I'm here to run it. I want all the smoke. I want the best talent, not only in Florida, in the United States, and that's why we're going up to New York. The best way I can get better is to find better talent. And I'm not going to finding unranked people, guys that are at the top of their promotion. I'm not here to, pity patter, I want to fight. I want to get better. The best way to do that is find the best talent.
How many belts do you have currently?
I have 2, and I've defended one of them, so I've had 3 total titles.
3 total titles. So this will be your 4th title bout against a very, very game opponent in Dragomir. He comes out of one of the most prestigious academies in New York that New York has to offer, under the tutelage of one of the best coaches in New York, Jamie Crowder. You come out of one of the best gyms in Florida under the tutelage of Bamboo Weissman. So we are super excited to bring you guys to New York. It is truly going to be a New York versus Florida battle. Obviously, so much respect here, but someone has to win. And VaShawn, who do you think will take it, New York or Florida?
Oh, definitely Florida. We have a lot of our guys coming up in the gym. We're hungry. We're absolute savages. We're not here to just kind of come through and have a good time. We're here to go to business. Go to work. So we're excited, man. I'm so excited. Florida's the dirty South. Ready for it. We're ready.
Awesome. And Rares, again, this is a New York versus Florida card. Do you feel like you have any type of responsibility to defend New York as the outside invaders come in and try to post their claim in New York?
For sure, man. For sure. I'm not going to put that pressure on myself, but I'm going to go in there and have fun. And New York for the win, always.
Awesome, guys. Well, listen, February 19th, we have number 1 ranked middleweight VaShawn Pope invading New York, opposite Ravage Dragomir, number 16 middleweight in the New York area and the Northeast. This is going to be a barn burner. They are almost clones of each other as far as stature and body type. So again, if you can't see the show live, flexfights.com is the pay-per-view. February 19th, Long Island, New York is the live event. Come out, come party with us, and New York versus Florida, number 2 Flex Fight Series. Thank you guys so much and good luck.